Hey folks, JD here, and today I wanted to talk about the Visuo Zen K1 and its video and pictures. So we've looked at this quadcopter over the past couple of days. If you haven't caught up with all the videos and you want to, you'll find all the links to all the videos in this particular series in the description. So on the whole, I'm quite impressed with one thing. How well and how nice and how smooth this particular lens moves up and down. It's all motorized, you control it off your transmitter, and how well it moves. It doesn't jerk a lot, it is quite smooth. Overall, I get quite a nice movement from this when you move it with your transmitter roller. Now, that's for the actual camera movement itself. The SD card, again, no problem. It's just in the bottom there. I use my 64 gig class 10 SanDisk in the bottom there, which is what I use. And the same make I use for all of my quadcopters. Even when 3 or 4 months have passed and the SD card I think the SD card has had it, I throw it in the bin and I buy the same one again because I'm really happy with that particular SD card. Now, this quad does record pretty okay footage. The video is alright, it's not too bad. When the quadcopter is stationary and hovering in mid-air, you are going to notice some jello. There is not a gimbal, it is just quite literally a lens, so there's nothing to cushion that lens from moving inside. So the vibrations from the motors are heading down the propeller arms into the body and then into the camera module here. That's what's causing the jello. Now you can put a little bit of polystyrene in there should you want to, but then again, don't forget, if you make any amendments like that, add any weight in any particular place to a quadcopter, you might be altering how it moves, how it turns, how it pitches positively and negatively. So just bear that in mind. Personally, I would recommend that you just leave the quadcopter as it is and don't add anything else to it. Now, the pictures come out in 4K. It's not genuine 4K, but it's close enough with the pixel density. So what you're going to be looking at are some quite okay-ish passable video photos again, but the lens is quite fisheye. I have found that I think the photos have some real nice colour to them. Now, the pictures that you're looking at now aren't in any way, shape or form doctored. These are directly from the SD card, and it looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with how it looks overall. I think the colours are nice. There's not that much blurring. It seems to take a photo in between the jello, so you don't get a lot of vibration back from it either. All in all, the photos I think are the better part of the output from this particular quadcopter. Looking again at the video, it's 1080, but it's not true 1080, so you will notice that they won't around the edges of me, for argument's sake, it's not nice and smooth. There are some jagged corners once you zoom into 100%. There are also some other things as well that make it seem as if it's not true, like when you're looking at the multiple colours of the trees, for argument's sake. Yes, you can see the multiple colours, but the colours seem to blend into one into another. There's no clear definition of where a grey ends and when a green begins, so I find that a little bit strange and a little bit off-putting, and to be honest, I don't think that's very good. Now, all in all, I can't fault the way the quadcopter works, the camera lens works rather, the motion of it, taking photos, taking video, whether you're downloading it directly onto the SD card or if you have it directly onto your phone. I think you'll find that you'll be pretty happy with how the quadcopter functions and how the camera functions. But I don't think you can be using this. Likewise, I've said throughout the past few months, you can use this as a great flying quad, flies nicely, but at the same time, you can't use it as a camera quad. You haven't got the clear definition, you haven't got the quality, and you haven't got the clarity that you would want out of a photo when you're zoomed in at 100%. Now, if it's something that you're just doing for yourself, and if it's something that you just want to have a bit of a fly around in the field, or in a wreck site or somewhere safe and somewhere legal to fly, and you want to take a couple of photos and take a couple of videos, then yes, this quadcopter will allow you to do that, but bear in mind it should not be considered as a camera quad, more of a flying quad with a camera attached. Now, that being said, this particular quadcopter and this particular camera, when you do land it, it doesn't stop recording. When you take off at the beginning, it doesn't start recording. So there are certain things that you have to do to ensure that you are recording properly. Also, if you are to to look at the underside camera at its 720p, which is genuine 720p, then you will notice that the colour is quite bleached. The lens is not of great quality, therefore you're not going to have the clarity from the front camera as you do underneath it. But the underneath one has got a little bit of a gimmicky value should you want to hover over and then, I don't know, draw something with string, or draw something like with spray paint or something, and actually have something under above you, which is just having a lens which is just directly directed at you rather than moving the front lens all the way down. Then this quadcopter can do it, but your finished article of that video is not going to be great at all. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if, one thing I have noticed is different colours of the greens doesn't come out in the underneath camera. It just shows as grey, and a load of different greys at that. So all in all, I would say the video is passable. It's nothing that we haven't seen. It's no better than what we've seen in the past. In fact, it's probably a little bit less than what we've seen in the past. There's a lot of jello when the quadcopter is stationary. When the quadcopter moves, you don't really notice the jello that much, but just to let you know that it is there. So all in all, I think this is a flying quadcopter. Obviously, I think this is a flight quadcopter only, with a camera attached, and should not be looked at as a photography or videography quad. Alright then, my friends, thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and ring that bell too. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.